Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming again for my day number 205, coming live on TikTok and posting on my Circle of Sister Table Talk podcast. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everyone. Today's topic is all about keep going. Keep going. You know, no matter how things may seem, how things may not be quite aligning to what you truly desire, keep going. This is a word that came to me this rising as I was sitting out drinking my cacao and having some time in nature. You know, often we take time to get out and do the things that we want to do, but how often do you see that what you are doing may not be truly aligning to what it is you want to do, how you want to be, what you want to have? You know, these are the key things that I'm constantly talking about in my life. About how we show up. How do you show up in life? How do you keep going, right? The keep going is a very important part of the life journey. You know, oftentimes we get stuck, we get stagnant, we don't know what to do next, or we just keep going with the motions, right? Even when the motions aren't feeling good, even when the motions bring up a lot of emotions. So we have to keep going with intention. That's what I'm coming to the realization of, that, you know, we do things every day, but are we doing those things intentionally? How do you keep going in the direction of your greatest life now? This is the time to sit in that space, and really see what shows up. For me, today is just about rest, about refilling, as we've come out of this very emotional full moon in Aquarius. It's like all the emotions are coming to the surface. And for me, the emotions are like, just stop, just pause, right? Take a pause and really see, what is it? Take a pause for the cause. Are you able to take a pause for the cause? And what does that look like in the spirit of keep going? You know, sometimes we have to pause so that we can keep going. Sometimes we got to get grounded and rooted in our truth so that we can keep going. Because oftentimes, some people do give up. Some people say enough is enough. And I want to take this to a mental health moment of understanding that this is a difficult time we're in right now. It is a difficult time for many people, but those of us who carry the light have to continue to shine bright. And as we do, everything will begin to work out just right. So, as you know, I am Chantel Sierta Shakim, your holistic self-care practitioner and soul guide. I come on here every day to just tap into universal energy and see what spirit has to say. So today we are just going to tap into our soul journey and the secrets of the ancestor. So I'm grabbing my cards here. So we're going to grab the soul's journey cards and just see what messages spirit has to say. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the follow, as we're gonna tap into these cards and see what comes in. I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday rising, that everything is coming to the surface just as it needs to. This morning there's a few, we'll start there. I did lead a breath healing exercise with the embodied breath rituals group that I'm in, and we did a breath healing exercise. Yes, this full moon energy has been rough, honey. Even for those of us who carry the light, I'm telling you, I am just like, oh my God, as the sun begins to shine bright. We got to get that sun recharge, refill. even those of us who feel like we carry the light, but oftentimes we get caught up in the turbulence as well. So yes, we're tapping in. The first card out is adversity. It says, I accept the challenge. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Challenges are the best way that we learn. We have to continue to know that adversity will show up. But the moment we regulate ourselves, the moment we ground and get rooted in why am I here, the more we can continue to go. We can keep going. We can keep going. Don't allow the turbulence to take you under, okay? Stay present in the moment. And sometimes that takes courage. And courage says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. A lot of our dysregulation comes when we find ourselves in a space of not knowing, right? The fear of the unknown is a real thing for me. Fearing like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And in that mental health check, it's like we know that thinking too far in the future causes anxiety, but going back in the past brings forth depression. So we have to truly stay present in the now. Stay present in what we are feeling so that we can regulate it, so that we can move that energy through our life force energy chakras to ground, to root in our I am. What do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to do? Thinking of it in that moment and moving through the experience, knowing that you got it. You got it. Just keep going. All right? There's no one to blame. When we get in that space of blaming or shifting responsibility, it diminishes our own unique power. So we have to truly begin to not blame. And this card says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Taking responsibility for your own well-being. This is where I say, you are the message, you are the vision, you are the power, and you are the dream come true. So whatever happens next is truly, truly up to you. And when we can begin to regulate ourselves in the space of, I am safe, I am supported, I am guided, I'm directed, I am loved, I am worthy, I am more than enough, things begin to brighten up. You know, it is a conscious awareness that we have to bring into our experiences as we keep going, you know. Well, those two just dropped out. I wanted 5. So the next one is perseverance. You know, that's what it takes. I'm reminded of the temperance card, you know, the yin and the yang energy. That's also where that adversity shows up. It's like, okay, what do I do with this? I want to give up. I don't want to do this anymore. Life is too tough. We have to rewrite those stories and say life is amazing, life is abundant, life is filled with joy and bliss and happiness, and it's for me to embody it. It's for me to become it so that it can show up more for me in my life. And this perseverance card says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And this is that Christ consciousness. This is where we begin to adjust our crown. Adjust our crown to knowing that we get to choose. We are the dream come true. Just having an opportunity to be a life in a body is a beautiful, beautiful gift. It is a gift that keeps giving as long as we keep going, you know? So how do we bring those things that we think about into our now reality? It's about anchoring in. It's about getting clear. It's about knowing that things will show up to test us. Things will show up that may shake us a little, but in the turbulence, we can still regulate by not reacting, by not allowing our emotions to take us into the depths of hell, but allowing our knowing to bring us to the highest light of our I am. What are you doing? What are you being? What are you having? And how are you allowing envy to be your teacher, to be your guide? Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. We all have challenges, just like you said. This full moon energy was tough on us all. But how did we show up? How are we moving through it? How are we allowing this Cancerian energy that we just left out of to move us into courage, as the Leo energy shows up of courage, knowing that we can have the inner strength and confidence to face our fears and know that these fears are only illusions. They're only illusion. Really, the whole world is an illusion, but we get to embody it, engage it, and create within it what we desire. And know that we're the same. There is one spirit. There's one life, and it's being expressed in each of us individually, uniquely, in our own experience, in our own mind. So what are you doing? How are you keeping going in the right direction? Are you spiraling into the cycle and the hurt and the pain and the trauma, in the dysregulation? Or are you truly moving that energy through your chakras, rooting into your I am, moving into the feeling and leaning into it? If you're mad, feel it. If you're glad, feel it. If you're angry, feel it. And then move that into your solar plexus. I can, I do. What are you going to do with those feelings? How are you going to embody how good can it get? That is my motto. That always brings me up a little. How good can it get? How good can it get? You know, we often move into that feeling of, oh my God, does that feeling get you stuck? Cause you to be stagnant? Cause you to not know what to do next? Get intentional. What do you want? What do you want for your life? Who do you want to share it with? How does that look for you? And move into it. Loving on yourself. Loving on yourself as you move into that energy. The energy is really tough today. We're going to do some tapping on that heart space because I've really been going through, y'all. But I am still here, and I remember that every day is a new opportunity to make it better than the day before. And I speak from that space. I speak those things that I wish, because as we know, thoughts become things, and what we speak about, we bring about. What we speak about, we bring about. Yes, you have been going through it. Well, I encourage you today, sis, that it is gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay. You just have to renew your mind. Even at the crossroad, it's like, what do you want? What do you want for your life? What does that look like? How is adversity working for you, teaching you? How are you embodying courage to move through it? Even moving into the deep waters, not knowing how to swim. Sometimes we just gotta float. Float on. Just float on. Float on in the joy. Envisioning yourself in your happy place. Envisioning yourself doing, being, and having everything that you desire. This is truly how we move through it. We don't have to look at our right now situation, but we do have to be present energetically in the moment. Grounding in. Speaking those things that we wish to experience, knowing that you have to talk to it. You have to get out of your mind and come to your senses, right? Talk to yourself. You know, some people might say that's crazy, but sometimes we got to get a little crazy because this world is crazy. It's like full of so much. Everybody experiencing whatever they're experiencing. And if you're an empath like me, you feel it all. And it's like, is this me or is this someone else? Is this me or is this something I'm picking up in the frequency? So then we have to raise that frequency to love, loving on ourselves, doing the things that make us feel loved, doing the things that fill our cup. We have to fill our cup. As I said before, we are the dream come true. And you have to be able to feel it, be it, and do it for yourself. Become the embodiment of all things good. How good can it get? That stops all negativity right here. How good can it get? I begin to speak about it. I begin to speak about my dreams, my visions, my expectations of life. Because, yeah, the world may not always show you right away what it is you know for sure. So you have to bring it up to this third eye vision, seeing yourself there, going into meditation, finding that opportunity to be still sometimes. Not go on a hamster wheel. No. We intentionally move through life. When we're at the crossroad, we say, okay, what do I want to feel? What do I want to be? What do I want to do? And those things that make me feel good is where I go. I move in that direction. Abraham Hicks is a channeler on YouTube, and she talks about following the feel good. And the moment you feel good, stay on that track. Do those things. Do more of it. Do more of it. Do more of it until it doesn't feel good anymore, or until that adversity comes in. And then you say, okay, pause. What do I need to change? What do I need to do different? This is all about awareness, being intentional in how we move and how our emotions are moving us along the path of our life. You know, it's not always going to be peaches and cream. It's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. But the moment we can get out in nature, we can see just how abundant and how blissful and how good life can be. And this is what I do for myself. I love the water, and I wish I lived closer to the ocean because I would be there every day, you know. But I do try and take time to get by bodies of water. If I can't get to the lake or the stream or the waterfalls, I get in my tub. I get in my tub and I soak, releasing those things that no longer serve and truly beginning to make space for what I do. And the water is so purifying. It's so cleansing. It's so refreshing. So I do that in regulating. We have to consciously regulate our nervous system so that we can truly have what we desire. So we're going to go into the secrets of the ancestors and see what they have to say and how they are here to support us as well. For me, I have had a aha moment of emotions with the death of my mom and my dad, very close together, and my dad's death anniversary being just a couple of days ago brought all those emotions to the surface. And I'm like, wow, I'm still here without my parents. I'm an orphan. Oh my God, and it feels awful. But as we see, the card that flipped over in the deck is the star. We are also the star. We are the star of our own movie. And we get to choose how bright we shine. And it is truly up to us to come into this awareness. As this card also says, spiritual rebirth. This is a time of becoming the light in the darkness, as stars shine bright in the darkness. But also, that is where we find our abundance. When we can be in the dark and still find joy, find peace, find abundance, find bliss, find the reason to live. Because sometimes there's not one. If you're not intentional, what is it? If you plan to fail, you fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So this is where intention comes through. I'm working with women in my alignment boot camp and the ones that I coach to really begin to embody alignment, anchoring into what you want. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Bringing that to your awareness, understanding that the world is your flourishing oyster. It is your canvas. It is the way that we rebirth ourselves into what it is we desire. But you have to anchor it into your I am. Then you have to liberate or let go of all those old stories, all those old belief systems, everything that has kept you stuck, stagnant, and not living your best life. You have to let it go. And then you have to illuminate everything that you desire. Illuminate this third eye activation, seeing yourself being, doing, and having everything that you imagine, holding that vibration of how good can it get. And then you begin to generate new outcomes, because thoughts become things, and the more you think about it, the more it matches that frequency in the universe, because it's all here: the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the greatness, the abundance, the bliss, the joy, the happiness. It's available, but we have to see it first, we have to be it first, and we have to become it. And it is an action. Love is an action word. That's what I just heard. We have to love on ourselves in action. How are we embodying well-being as a constant for us? If we're constantly in this fight, flight, freeze, we don't see. We can't see. It's fogged. It's dark, So we have to brighten up that by our thoughts. What do you think of? What do you think of most often? And how do you allow that to lighten the path for you, to show you where you need to go next? We're going to read this spiritual rebirth, the star. It is number 17. And it says, I am unapologetically me. I am unapologetically me. So this is our ability to show up in it all and say, you know what? This is what I choose for me. This is how I want to live my life. This is what I want to experience in my life. This is how I take care of myself. This is where I find well-being. And we have to find our well-being emotionally, spiritually, financially, socially. I'm thinking of all the pillars. Nutritionally, and what is the other one? Spiritually. How are you showing up in all of those areas? Are you showing up in your highest light? Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you eating right? Are you doing exercise? Are you speaking those things that support what you want to experience? This is how we rebirth. This is how we embody. And this is how we take our experience to the next level. So we have to be it. We have to do something. We can't just sit in the turbulence all the time. We can't always be on the hamster wheel. Go, 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 go. Sometimes we have to slow down. And in that slowing down, that it allows us to keep going. As the sun is shining, y'all, and it's getting hot in here, out here. But I'm going to pull a couple of more cards from our Secrets of the Ancestors. As the first card says, we get to live unapologetically. We get to show up in our truth each and every day, knowing that Spirit is here to support us. Ooh, this helps. And the next one is Peacemaker. Peacemaker. And it says persistent patience. That goes with this perseverance. It doesn't happen all at once. We have to be able to hold it. This is where it says you can think a thing and expect it to happen right away. It doesn't. We have that lag time. That's where time comes in. It gives us time to catch up to what it is we desire. And sometimes, give thanks, in the pause, we just see it. Stay in that space, seeing it, being it, doing it, even if it's in our mind space. But persistent perseverance is how we begin to bring as above, so below. This is how energy must flow. Bringing it from our crown chakra knowing to our I am rooted in it. Okay, this is number 14, which is the temperance card that I spoke of. It is equivalent to the temperance card. This is balancing the energy, balancing the frequency, balancing the heat of it all. Woo. I'm being real, y'all. This is hot. Okay, so it says, my life is aligned and I go with the flow. My life is aligned and I go with the flow. So that's what I was saying. Being in alignment, knowing that everything has to be in alignment. And when you begin to think about seeing yourself doing things that support your best life now and knowing that it is possible, you have to get in alignment with it. And that is your responsibility. You are the dream come true. Whatever happens next truly depends on you. And this alignment boot camp, we have been tapping into that. We've let go. We've come into the awareness. We've let go. And then we've identified truly what is our true identity. What do you believe you are worthy of? What do you believe you are willing? What do you believe, or what are you willing to do? How are you willing to show up for you? You know, it's truly up to you. And the universe will support you and see it through. So we're going to read the ancestral medicine for the star and the ancestral medicine for the peacemaker. I forgot to read it for the star. So we're going to go back to that. Because it's always a message from the ancestors. And I truly am so thankful for all the ancestors that support me on the other side, that love me unconditionally, that help me to see myself each and every day as I show up, as they're cheering me on, y'all. So the star says, the ancestral medicine for this card says, all things are possible, my child. Are you in the flow? Again, it's talking about that flow. It can take us up or it can take us down. You have been chosen to dream bigger and expand your bloodline. Be generous and loving and share your wealth. Share the wealth of who you are. It doesn't always mean material or monetary wealth. We are full of love. We are full of life. We are full of all the things that we want. But we have to hold the vibration while we're in the flow to see it come. It is that lag time. But though it tarries, wait for it surely will come. But sometimes those adversities will come to test you and see, are you really about that life? Are you really about the life, the purpose, the mission that you were sent for? Stay intentional, stay focused, stay grounded, and know that it will surely come. Yes, we will be tested. Yes, we will be having trials. Yes, life will be lifing, but it is up to us to dictate and to determine how we show up in the waves. The waves, y'all, going up and down from the top to the bottom. You have to know that it is working for me, even when it doesn't seem like it is. I mean, I shed a million tears on these last couple of days. The tears were just flowing, and I said, I give thanks. The tears are making room for what's to come. The tears are supporting me to be able to hold the goodness of how good this life can be, and I let it flow. The tears help us. The tears are medicine. The tears are the soul being watered, you know? The tears help us grow. So I said, let them flow, let them flow, let them flow, okay? And this is finding that place of peace, being the peacemaker. You know, it may all look like a whole SHIT show, but I can say, you know what? I let it go. Those things that I can change, I change. Those things that I can't, I allow it to go. And the peacemaker energy says, message from the ancestors says, it says, family healing is key with most issues. Sometimes it ain't us. Like I said, sometimes it could be that ancestral energy that you're holding that has came to the surface for you to release, and you get to. You don't have to hold it, but it says that it says family healing is key with most issues of addiction, overindulgence, and overindulgence. However, this is a journey that you must first walk for yourself. Write a letter to a personal area of imbalance, addiction, or overindulgence, and let it go. I did exactly that. I'm ringing my bell. Ding, ding, ding. I didn't bring it out here. But yes, we have to write a letter. I did exactly that. I'm ringing my bell. Ding, ding, ding. I didn't bring it out here. But yes, we have to write a letter to ourselves and joy to our experience. And we have to let go of the things that no longer serve so that we can truly embody just how good it can get. So that is the reading for tonight, for today. I am going to take in some more sun, take in a new birth, as this card of spiritual rebirth came through, and we get to choose it. We get to choose what we want for our life. And the moment we choose it, even when we're at the crossroad, we're going to choose to go up. We're not going to choose to go down. We're going to choose to move in the direction that fills us with love, with joy, with happiness, and with peace. Remembering, we are the voice, we are the message, we are the power, and we are the dream come true. Whatever happens next is truly, truly up to you. Thank you, sis, for coming into the room. Thank you all who have been here. Yes, I honestly feel like you're given a chance. More, girl, like more acceptance. Yes, accepting that this is where the what is it, the sobriety prayer. I accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is what we have to do every day, every moment, every second. We accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and we embody the wisdom to know the difference, and we allow love to lead. So until next time, keep loving on you. Keep knowing that you are the dream come true, and do the things that you love to do, and see the whole world support you as you see it through. I am your host, Chantel Sierra Tishakim, tapping in again for day number 205. I have 365 lives, and yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm here. Thank you for showing up. Continue to do your work. Tap in with me. Let me support you in any way possible. I have written 2 books, Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel, which I'm embodying now. I'm working through that book in community with the women that I work with, and it has been such a profound experience. You can buy that book on Amazon, along with my other book called Embracing the Queen Within. I have so many benevolent spirits that are royalty. We have royalty in our DNA, and they show up to say, remember who you are. You are a queen. And that book Embracing the Queen Within is all about truly tapping into these 6 pillars of life through 12 pillars of embodiment, as I did my rites of passage with Queen Afua, and became a lead mentor and a sacred woman practitioner. I began to embrace the Queen Within, hence the crown, and I began to move into my meshkanet, or my life purpose of being a woman of vision, embodying the vision of my life and embodying and inspiring others to do the same. We are the women who lighten the darkness, and we birth nations and we birth queendoms by truly living unapologetic. This is not a fake it till you make it experience. It's a becoming, it's a rebirth, it's a knowing. And once we know, we can straighten our crown and say, you know what? I'm in control. I am the queen of my experience, and I get to rule. So until next time, I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim. Remember that name. Follow me on the platforms Good Vibes Lounge LLC.com, on Instagram Aries to Heart, and then check out my website and book a session. Let's chat. My website is Good Vibes Lounge LLC. No, Good Vibes Lounge LLC.com. and Soul Sync Vibes. This one is under the remake, so be on the lookout for how you can sync yourself to your soul. Sync spelled SYNK, and it stands for sourcing your natural knowing. Sourcing your natural knowing. Understand, we are the source of the Most High. It is God in us, our I am, that allows us to experience life at the highest frequency of love. So until next time, keep your head way, way, way high and keep shooting for the star, knowing that you are one of them. Play to win. Until next time, good night or good day.